Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Sending out a lot of love. I love you guys. Thanks for all the support recently. This video is most people have no idea what's coming next. Max Igan or Igan 2022. This is uploaded by Anonymous Media. So shout out to Anonymous Media. All attention go over to them. I actually give them even more attention. They got 358 subscribers. So go show some support. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like an up there video, but this got sent to me, so let's check it out. Never heard of Max Igan, and as always, we're on the path to 500,000. Let's make it a reality. Let's take over the world. The moon soldiers, I don't even know, but let's go.
What I do is I try to encourage people to ask the right questions, because then the right answers will present themselves by default. Because you can't tell anybody the truth. They won't believe you. Real truth cannot be told. It must be realized.
Oh, I love how he said that. That is dope. That is dope. I wonder what it is for like channels like this. Anonymous Media, let me know. Do you got like, you put like together like stock clips over like an interview the person's in? But what Max just said here is so true. I think I was just having a conversation like this. You can't tell people the truth. They really will not believe you, depending on who you're talking to, I'll say. But I see his point. But that was very, very, very true for wide variety of, like, just like if you're talking, say if I made a video talking about something and I was trying to convince you of the truth, it's like in you there, it'll be a realization where it just hits you, where you know what I'm saying is truth, or you'll feel it. It's like that's the realization. But yeah, it won't be. It's weird. It's a weird thing. I guess you could tie it into like belief would be the thing if it's realized. But yeah, that was a dope thing he said there. I want to run that back.
The truth. They won't believe you.
Yeah, and then the answers will present themselves by default.
Real truth cannot be told. It must be realized. So you've got to encourage people to ask those right questions for that light bulb moment to go off in their head. That's the only thing that's really going to save us, is for people to remember who and what they are. It's an emotional mirror, like I've said to people, when I became a radio host, I put myself in the emotional state where I was a radio host, and within 6 weeks I was a radio host.
Whoa, he's just literally talking about the law of attraction, just easily like that. He said he put himself in the emotional state where he's a radio host, and in 6 months, or within 6 weeks, he was a radio host.
If you want your perfect partner in your life, what would it like to have that person in your life? What would it be like? What would you feel like if that person was in your life? Put yourself in that emotional state where that person is already there, where the prayer has already been answered, and that person will walk into your life. That's the way it works. And I know people that have done that, and they've changed their entire lives by simply putting themselves in the right emotional state. I mean, what would it feel like? There's a guy I know who lives on the Sunshine Coast. He's like, what would it feel like to have a passive income? What would it feel like to own my home? What would it feel like to be with my perfect woman? He owns his home, he's got a passive income, and he's living with this gorgeous woman that just walked into his life. And he's just said to me, wow, like within 2 years, I've just changed my entire reality by changing my emotional input into reality. And he didn't do anything. It just all happened, just all fell into place.
Bro, what? I don't even like that this video is like labeled most people have no idea what's coming, unless that's like in terms of like they don't know what's coming because, okay, I'll say it like this. The direction of this video is leading into one that's talking about the law of attraction and manifestation, right? And just all of it's pretty much the same, different titles. So the video title, this, most people have no idea what's coming, is referring to literally that you're unconsciously doing it. Like, instead of having control of your emotional state and feeling what you want, like what you desire, you're creating things that are undesirable. So those, you have no idea what's coming, which is the undesirable stuff. But if you do what they did and step into the emotional state, because like that's like the one thing anyone needs to understand is capture the feeling, and boom, you're pretty much at capture the feeling and know that this is practically like not like an illusionary world, and yada yada. So
So that's
I
the way
love
it
that.
works, you know. If we refuse to step outside our moral compass, we can change things. If we put ourselves in the emotional state where things have changed. Even when I look at all this, I see it as a huge opportunity. With all this stuff that's going on, all this bad stuff, I can still see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can see a beautiful future that humanity could move into at the end of this. And so I charge the field with that. I have no stake in the outcome. If humanity destroys itself, well, that's the way it goes. I'm only here for a breath anyway. If that's the way it goes, well, the experiment failed, and we'll do it again another way.
Ooh.
So you've got to get rid of all this baggage that people have got, and stop worrying about things so much, and realize just how easily we could change this. Like, it's so simple, brother, that people can't see the forest for the trees. Like I said, they think there's got to be this big thing happen, when it's a simple change of perspective would change everything. All the opportunities are there for you to do it. It's all up to you which one you choose to do. But it's all there. It's all there. It's your choice as to what you want to do. You can completely mess yourself up. We'll give you everything you need to do that. So, but all you got to do is find yourself, and that's half the test, bro.
Yeah, that's half the
design. That's half of.
I love that, bruh. What he said is you have to find yourself, and that's half the test. That's a fact. That is the biggest.
This is all about. You've got to have these choices. You've got to have the choice for it to go as absolutely evil as it can possibly be, because then you will never get the choice to make it good if you don't do that. You've got to have the choice to be able to completely mess yourself up. I mean, otherwise, how do you not do that? How do you choose not to do that? How do you ever choose the moral high ground if you don't have the moral low ground there?
And what he just spit there was basically the yin and yang, man. He said you have to have that. You have to go absolute dark, which is funny. I just recently watched Black Swan, and yeah, that was pretty much, I guess I won't spoil it. Go see Black Swan if you have, but it handles that dark and light. And what he said, you have to go absolutely dark to realize that light. Like, how can you choose the moral high if you haven't been at the moral low?
You've got to have it. So you can't be too polarized about it, and you can't be too hard on yourself if you've succumbed to temptation along the way and whatever. I mean, it's all part of the learning experience. So yeah. But you've got to have it. You've got to have the bad in order to have the good. If there was no good, there would be no bad. And a lot of people, even with loving themselves, they don't know what love is. They think love is this warm fuzzy thing. It's all fluffy and stuff. It's simply the opposite of fear. That's all it is. Don't be afraid of being yourself.
Oh, I love how he described what love is, bro. That was kind of clean. I would want to hear him go more in depth with that, but that was dope. Love is just the opposite of fear. That's all it is. Not the feeling of not being afraid to be yourself. Damn.
Be afraid of your own power.
Most people think love is warm and fuzzy and all that, and it's just literally the opposite of fear. That's crazy. And wow, this next part has literally been me for the past. Like, at first when I awakened to all this was me right here.
Most people are terrified of their own power.
Most people are terrified of their own power.
Excuse me, I don't want to do that. I actually have value, and I'd like to do something else.
Yes.
They're terrified. They're terrified. Just, yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full. So I got to do it. He said so. So that's the problem. People are terrified of their own power, and I mean, even public speaking and just everything. Most people are more scared of public speaking than they are of death. They're scared, which means they're actually scared of someone hearing their opinion. Actually, I don't think the same as you, and I think this. Does anyone hate me for it? It's crazy. It's crazy. People are too afraid to be themselves. Like I said earlier on, they're too afraid to live. They're too afraid to die. They're too afraid to be themselves. They're lost in their mind. They're scared of what happened in the past. They're scared of what's going to happen in the future. They don't know what they're doing. So, how do you break them out of that? I mean, you just try to lead by example in what you do and offer them a better way and encourage them to ask the right questions, and hopefully they'll get to that moment where they have that light bulb go off. It's a beautiful thing. This life is a beautiful thing, and people are beautiful and have so much potential, and it would be a shame if the human experiment was to fail. And I think we have so much potential, and it frustrates me no end, just the simplicity of how easily we could change things. Like a simple shift in perspective. Like I said, we could change the world in 3 seconds if people just had that epiphany. Okay, or if they didn't have the epiphany, if they just stepped into their moral compass, we could change it in a day. Imagine a world where nobody did anything, any legislation or anything which caused them to step outside their moral compass. Just where would all the bad stuff be? Where would all the homelessness be? None of this would happen. None of it would happen, you know, but we're subservient to this system because we're so afraid.
I'm just letting your boy talk, but he's spitting facts. It's like kind of that underlying. This is like the thing in the shadow that everyone knows but doesn't want to admit out of what he's exactly saying. That fear of being themselves. And it's funny. I've been watching Awaken with JP recently, and he had a lot of points that I felt the same one, and I've always said. And it's like that light he's talking about, because the power really is with the people. I'm not about to sit here get my video shadow banned or flagged, which I know stuff sometimes happens like that with videos like this. So really show anonymous media some support. I see how this person's trying to grow their channel, and stuff like this gets shadow banned. So yeah, my video may even get shadow banned for this, but yeah, that it's literally the power is with the people. But like he said in the beginning, how do you get people to witness, like wake up to that?
To be ourselves. And it would be such a shame if the human experiment fails. I mean, if it does, it does. Well, we'll do it again. We'll do it a different way. But it would be a shame. We have so much potential here. So, yeah, get it together, people. Get it together, humanity. Now is the time. And it's a time of great opportunity. So let's do it. Just believe in yourself. We're at a really important time. So now is the time for you to believe in yourself. And, you know, have that power. And we can move this forward. No stake in the outcome, folks. Face infinity without flinching. That's what you came here to do. This is a big test.
Whoa, bro. Hold on.
Outcome, folks. Face infinity.
Hang on.
And, you know, have that power. And we can move this forward. No stake in the outcome, folks. Face infinity without.
No stake in the outcome, folks. Face infinity with that energy. That's what you came for. Bro, that was the coldest. That was dope.
Grab a hold of yourself. It's going to be a good ride.
That was cold, bro. I like this dude. It's the first time I heard of him. And just like every other great mind that's figured it out, Jordan Peterson, etc. Like, there's so many people I can name. Carl Jung. It's funny, like Nikola Tesla. All of them, man. All of them. Same. It's all the same. They all reach the same conclusion. You could say Solder Guru. Shoot, I should name some of the newer people, but like, I'm just gonna name all the people I listen to, like Dolores Wolf, checked out Dolores Canyon, Alan Watts, freaking Aaron Dowdy. At this point, he's more of a new age reincarnation of all them, but like all of it. Infinite Waters, Ralph, man, they're all. I see from what he said. I just realized again that really is what these great people who are speaking up and speaking their truth are doing. Even Awaken with JP could be on that list. It's crazy. It's just like, yeah, it's insane. It's insane. But that what he said right there, I almost want to write that shit down. That was dope. No stake in the outcome, folks. Face infinity with that energy, bro. That is cold. Like, I need that. I'm gonna type that down, bro. That's so fire. That's literally so clean. I mess with that so much, bro. It's no stake in the outcome, folks. Face infinity with energy. That energy. That's so dope. Yeah, literally everything he said I agree with, and top that off, it's literally everything that I would say. It almost feels like when you get to this point in time where people are really speaking their truth, or everyone's speaking their truth, literally always seems on the same page. It always seems on the same page. So yeah, all right, I'm out of here. Much love and moonlight. Peace.